Today we're going to decorate with a tipless icing bag. To get your bag ready, smooth the tip out and then snip just a little tiny bit off. Your goal is to create a stream of icing that is roughly the width of a spaghetti noodle. You can go ahead and practice drawing a line if you'd like. If you think your hole is too small, you can trim away a little more. It's much easier to make it larger than it is to go back and make it smaller. To start, grab your first cookie and outline the shape. After the shape is outlined, we're going to start to flood the cookie. Begin by squeezing icing within your outline. If you're not filling the cookie in quick enough, snip just a little more off the tip of the bag. You want to do this fairly quickly so that the icing has time to level out before it starts to get a crust. When you're done filling in the shape, let pressure off of the bag, then swirl the frosting around to help fill in any gaps. Next, you want to shake and tap the cookie to help with the frosting level out. Move on to your next shape. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate 3 different flower techniques. All of the beginning processes are the same. Outline your shape, then flood the cookie. I'm going to go back and add some piping details to all of these, so I want the first layer to dry before I do that. For the next flower, I'm going to ice the petals individually and allow them to dry before going back and icing the other ones. By doing this technique, you will create a line between the petals. Ice a teardrop shape on every other petal and set aside to dry. While the leaf and flowers dry, we can move on to the mason jar. Start by border icing and then flooding the center. For this cookie, we're going to do a wet on wet technique. That means you'll be applying wet icing on top of a cookie that is not yet dry. After you're done flooding, shake and tap the cookie to level out your icing. I'm going to use the dark blue icing first to pipe some reflections into the glass. Next, I'm going to use the green to create some stems for the flowers. Tap the cookie gently to help the icing settle together. Next, I'm going to use the white to create highlights and add a little more blue along the rim. Gently touch the side of the cookie to see if the icing sticks to your finger. If it doesn't, that means it's formed a crust and you're safe to go ahead and start adding your details. I'm going to start by piping a stem on the leaf and then adding in the veins. For my first flower, I'm going to start in the center and do a wavy spiral all the way around the flower. This is probably my favorite way to decorate this style. Next, grab the one that we started the petals for and fill in the other remaining petals. Set it aside to dry for just a minute before piping in the yellow center. Finally, for the last design, it's going to be similar to the first, except I'm going to leave a little bit of space between my wavy lines.